I'm going to be doing a quick check-in to see what your person actually wants with you, kind of like where their energy is at right now, what they're wanting with you right now, what their intention is towards you. I just decided to do this pretty randomly, actually. I just decided to come into my room and having felt inspired to do this. I've got 5 readings in front of you today. So as you can see, they're pre-shuffled, which means the reading can sometimes go a lot faster than if I'm shuffling them in my normal format that I do. So what you're going to do basically is just put your person in mind, okay? And also just to remind you guys, it's my birthday as well as Anastasia's birthday on the 30th of April. So we share a birthday, which is so cool. And what we've decided to do is a collab video. So both of us are doing this collaboration video together. It's going to be what's their next action towards you. It's going to be really awesome, and it's going to be uploaded on the 30th of April. And hopefully you guys can be able to get some messages from both readings. They can complement each other, and yeah, go from there. It's really cool, really fun, and just so awesome. I'm so excited to be doing this with Anastasia. From Confessions of an Angel Tarot, her description, all the stuff about her will be in the description box below of the video that I do. I'll even put it in this one actually, so you can go and check her out as well, guys. So there's a shout out to Anastasia. Who is also a really cool, gifted tarot reader amongst many other soul sisters that I have here on YouTube. So guys, let's get to it. I've got 5 readings. You can possibly choose more than one if you wish to. It's really up to you. We first got this one here, number 1, which is the Citrine crystal here. We've got, you know, it might be hard to see in this light, I'm not sure. We've got the Amethyst for number 2. We got the clear quartz crystal for number 3. And we've got the Smokey Quartz for number 4. Kind of got like a rainbow effect going on in this one, I think. It's pretty cool. Smokey Quartz number 4, and then we got the Rose Quartz for number 3. Sorry, what am I saying? Number 5, sorry. Number 5 for the Rose Quartz. Okay, so I wonder if 3's got something to do with something here. I might have to choose that one, I think, for myself. So weird. Okay, guys, so take a moment, put your person in mind, and we'll get started shortly. So guys, you chose reading number 1, which has got the Citrine crystal here. Going to have a look at some cards here, okay? So we've got Stay Optimistic About Your Love Life. We've got Saint Valentine, Divine Love. We've got the Shekinah, I think it is the Shekinah, Sacred Self. Deception. Aquarius. Free-Spirited, Humanitarian, Rebellious. Beginnings, New Direction, Fresh Start, and a Chance or Change. And we've got Pluto here. Your ability to transform. Okay, Self-Love. The Deer, Gentleness, Diplomacy. We've got Children. So I'll read these out as I go along. And we've also got Modify. We've got Sacral Chakra. We've got the Darkest Fears. And we've also got Rest and Rejuvenate. We've got the 4 of Insights, Contemplation, and the Page of Roses, Sweet Surprise, plus a special message at the end. Right, let me just get my bearings, because as a lot of you know, if you've seen my readings, sometimes I will lay them out and Spirit will direct me to which ones I need to go to tell the story. So basically what I see here is that your person knows, okay, in their heart chakra, in their soul, they know this is a divine love with you. They actually know this, they want this, they feel this. See how he's got roses around him, and he's also got a peace lily. So it kind of reveals, and he's lifting up his robe here, which kind of reveals like this need for peace, this need to have this with you. It's almost like he or she might fantasize about having this with you, coming to terms with something, letting it go, because they do believe that, I'm hearing the words love conquers all. Okay, so no matter what has happened between you, your person wants you to know that love conquers all. There could have been something significant about Valentine's Day. Could have been that you didn't hear from your person and there was a lot of pain around this and they're asking for you to forgive them, that they were undergoing some really hard times. They are at a place of being lost and confused on their way. They don't know which way they're going on their path. And for some of you, I feel that they are misguided. I'm feeling something weird in my throat. That's so weird. I have to have a drink. Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. It was really weird. I feel like maybe even your person, this is what happens sometimes in my readings, is when I start feeling certain physical changes in my body, or especially my throat chakra closing up, I feel like perhaps this is your person that has been holding back on saying and expressing to you, communicating to you that this is a divine love, that they do love you. They hold this divinity, this divine, beautiful, eternal love within them. And see how he's wearing white too? It kind of represents that innocence and purity. And I feel like your person really does want a second chance. I'm hearing the word second chance. They want this new beginning with you. They want a fresh start with you. And I feel like, I really do feel that they've had to really grow in themselves and love themselves and work on intimacy issues. There is serious issues around intimacy and fears here, darkest fears. There's been anxiety around letting you in, okay? And they've had anxiety around opening their heart to you. They only opened it up halfway, if that. The 18 is the moon card in the tarot, which is all about confusion. It's things that are hidden behind the scenes. So they've been holding their love back from you. Behind the scenes, things have been going on that you've no idea about. And it might have come across as very callous. There might have been some deception on their behalf, where they weren't being honest with you, weren't being upfront with you. You might have felt that they were hiding things from you. And it just feels like they were just off trying to soul search. Number 7s are about the spirituality. It's the soul searching number as well. And it's the Chariot in the tarot, which can represent charging forward. And I felt like they had to go off and find themselves first, really work it out. And that's what they're doing now, is working out what's going on in their life, what's going on behind the scenes for them. Where is it that they need to forgive themselves? Where is it that they need to show themselves self-love as well? Because I do feel like your person's on this big journey of trying to, has been pleasing everyone else in their life. Well, it could be karmics even. Could be an ex-partner. Or could be a mother figure or a parental figure. There's just other people that they feel like they've had over them, controlling them, and that they've just appeased to, trying to please. And that might have been what part of the hiding was, hiding behind the scenes, not telling you the full truth because they would have felt like they were cowardly, and they've just been running, So the 24 is the 2 and the 4 is the 6, which is the Lover's card. It's all about love, it's sacrifice, it's humanity, it's just that beautiful, fertile energy of love and abundance. And your person really needs to give this to themselves before they can give it to you. And I think that's what's happened, is they've been holding back, apprehensive, afraid to step forward in case they're not strong enough, and they don't want you to see how weak they might be in coming forward. And that's why they've been a bit shady, moving away from this, hiding behind the scenes, fearing things. They've got dark fears, anxiety playing on their mind around intimacy, sexuality, things like that. But your person holds a really beautiful, pure love for you. It's really quite deep here. It's actually more like a sensitive, romantic type of energy. I kind of see this card as like the Knight of Cups. Your person wants to come rushing in and express their love for you, but they're holding back. They're just being mute. They're not saying much at all. And that's because of these darkest fears of coming forward and being like exposed. It's like exposing themselves, feeling vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, you're open to being hurt. And that's because others have hurt them in life. Others have stung them. It's like that sting of the scorpion kind of energy coming through. Someone might have had a Scorpio energy in their life that's really hurt them. So, you know, I'm saying that too because it's the full moon in Scorpio that we're just in now. Super moon. And so this is interesting. This is coming through with the sacral chakra because that was part of my message around this as well, is that it's all around sexuality. It's that deep, intense, mysterious stuff that sometimes we're afraid to look into, you know, especially if it's a masculine. They can be really afraid of looking deep into those things because it's feelings, and feelings are scary, you know, and they've been taught to not feel. And so, but you know, they do want a new beginning with you. They want to come through and basically say, look, I'm sorry about, you know, how I've been to you. I really do want this new beginning with you. I've really had to put myself first. I've really had to look after myself for a change. So you might have felt changes in their life. You might have felt them pull back and thought, what the hell's going on? They're ignoring me, or they don't want to be with me anymore, or they don't like me. They're not interested, when it's far from the truth. They really are. And there's the purity of the dove here, the peace dove. See, it's peace again, and purity, and needing to look after oneself, needing to cleanse oneself of all the darkest fears here and the dark sins and things like that that we hold on to from shaming over the years and many generations. You know, sexuality, intimacy is all about shame. You know, it's shameful to feel these things or to think about these things. And so your person's trying to go within and unleash their spirit, see, express their gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. And get to know who they truly are, speak their own language, not everyone else's language. So I think that's what's happening as your person's going through a transformation with the Pluto energy, your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. This is a Scorpio energy I was just talking about. So your person's undergoing a huge transformation, trying to kind of like rise from the ashes like this phoenix right here, you know, rising from those ashes here into something magnificent and strong and beautiful, and letting go and cleansing, you know, letting go of all the crap that's followed from karmic cycles and ties. And I think that's what your person's saying is, I'm not really this, I'm not deception, I'm not a deceiving person, I'm really not a deceitful person, I should say. I'm really not those things. That was my behavior. That was a consequence of the fears. And so they want you to know that, if anything, they want to come into this with gentleness, diplomacy. They want to take it step by step, baby steps I'm hearing here. And some of you might see deer on your path. Phoenixes, you might see phoenix or doves, things like that, which could be symbols and like a sign for you that this is coming about. You know, your person's communicating with you. You could see peace lilies or roses. Oh my God, I can't talk today. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here, is that your person's definitely feeling sorry and feeling quite vulnerable in their energy. They do need to be gentle with themselves at this time as well. And that's what they're possibly backing off for at this time too, is that they have got some walls are down here. And I feel like they just want to feel this love they have for you, but they need to do it behind the scenes for now. They ask you to still be optimistic about, you know, your love life. So positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I feel like at the moment they're also trying to be optimistic about this, despite the fears that they face. They have needed to rest and rejuvenate right now. So it's healing time for them. It's a time for stepping back and like absorbing the information from spirit. See how he's kind of like meditating right here. Is open to nature here. He's in the elements of stillness, and it's about being able to just breathe. I feel like for him or her that there's this necessary need for this action right now. It's necessary because I feel like they were getting to a point of becoming irritable, backing off, even hiding more. And if you just, you know, if you've let it go, which a lot of you might have stood back from this now and just let your person be, they will make up their own mind in their own time, in their own space about what they need to do next. I do feel like at the moment they're modifying their behavior, they're modifying their everything. It could be everything from their nutrition, you know, their mental health, the way they are in their daily life, maybe even their living arrangements. There's so much that they're transforming in their life right now. All right, they're going through a massive transformation. it's almost like that tower has come down for them, that tower moment where everything is, you know, turned into rubble and the ashes, and now they're rising from that because they're modifying their life. They've sort of had to, but they have to be gentle with themselves at the same time, because after that's happened, they're exhausted. So they need time to just rest and rejuvenate and get their energy back now. But they're saying to you, even in this time of contemplation, which is also the Four of Swords, which is interesting, I just realized that. Four of Swords, two different tarot decks. They're gaining insight now through a time of relaxation and reflection right now, thinking about what they next need to do, because they hold a deep love for you. They really do want to step forward and really embrace you and let you know this deep, deep, deep love that they have for you. They want to come through with a sweet surprise, but they know they have to be right in themselves to do so, and that's why they're being gentle. That's why they're coming through with this diplomacy. You know, it's number 22 too, which is the you might be seeing number 22 or 222s. And this is also a reminder, okay, when you see this, that your person wants to come in and build upon this with you. They do have intentions to build a beautiful life with you. They just need to work on themselves, the sacral chakra, really move through those intimacy fears, and they're transforming themselves now. And it could be something small that they want to give you. It's a very innocent, beautiful energy, the Page of Cups. This is a Page of Roses, so you could be seeing roses on your path again. In your physical environment or on social media. But this is like their inner child as well, exploring their emotions. And I think that it's a start. It's like, I see this as like the Knight of Cups coming through. Where is he? This one is like the Knight of Cups, you know, wanting to come in and give you a rose and show you that romantic part of them and that beautiful soft side. And this is the beautiful, sweet, innocent type of, you know, energy that has a crush on you. You know, it kind of sits back and just has a crush on you and smiles and looks at you from afar type thing. And I feel like that's what's happening, is that your person wants to come through with happy news, an unexpected gift, and surprise you with something, just like they would on Valentine's Day, you know, for giving a small gift or just a rose or something like that. Could be that, you know, this could be for Valentine's Day next year, or whenever you're watching this, it's timeless, that around Valentine's Day you might get a gift from your person. And they definitely want children with you. So my heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive change for them and me. This is also like a younger energy. So it could be that you have children together, or they want children with you. I feel like at the moment they are working on an inner child issue as well, though. That's why they're going deep within, because there is some stuff that has been triggered for them, okay, around this relationship with you. And they're trying to see the bigger picture in this as well. They are needing to be a free spirit at this time, but they will always return to you. I feel like it's that elastic band type thing where they're pulled back. You know, it's pulled back so far. You're apart from each other, and then bang, it kind of like just, you can only get so far before it returns back to you again. So I think that might be a game, not that it's a game as such, but that's the dance that you both play. And especially your person is pulling back, and then they'll come back in, pulling back. And I think that's just meant to be for now whilst they undergo this healing. But they do hold a deep, beautiful love for you. And they say to you, I want you to be happy. So that's all they really wish for, is that you be happy no matter what happens in your life or theirs or in your relationship. They really want you to be happy. They don't want their mess. It's like they call it their mess, that they're messed up. Or they say things like, I messed up, or I'm a mess. That's how I see how they see themselves as, is that they're a mess. Their life is a mess. They're confused. They don't know where they stand in things right now. They just need to ground their energy and meditate on something, or ponder on it, or, you know, as I said before, contemplate on it. And that's why I think they don't want to worry you. They don't want this all affecting you, what they're undergoing right now, but that's why they're holding back too, because they don't want to affect you any more than they have. But they do hold a really beautiful divine love for you, and this is a divine love, and they definitely want a fresh start with you when the time arises. So that's a beautiful reading, guys, and I hope that's resonated with you, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings. Hi, Group 2. Welcome, guys. You chose the Amethyst. And we're going to see these. So calling in your soulmate. We've got Marie Laveau, respect. We've got Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. We've got happy success. Virgo. Emotional whirlwind, which says affected, dramatic, unstable. We've got Mars energy, your physical energy, drive, strength, and lightning spirit. Sexuality. We've got fear. And we've got blessings. And we've got patience. And we've got acceptance. New vitality. Power. Ace of Prosperity or Ace of Pentacles, manifestation, and a special message at the end. So as a lot of you know, I do, with readings like this, I pull the cards out, tell you what I see based on what Spirit directs me to go to. Like for each card, I don't read them in order. So let me just get my bearings. What am I doing here? So what does your person want with you? What's their current energy right now? Where are they kind of sitting at right now, okay? Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so first thing I'm getting is this. They see that you are a blessing in their life, okay? They really do. So they want you to know. So they count their blessings that you're in their life. It says here, today I count my blessings, small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. So your person might be someone who really remains open and optimistic about life. They might be really grateful for a lot of things that do occur. They might be aware, like self-aware, spiritually aware of recognizing and acknowledging things in a beautiful, graceful way when things do come in. And I do feel like they have looked at you as someone who is definitely a blessing in their life, because you have come in with full acceptance. You have accepted them for all they are. And I feel like they also accept you for all you are. This is very strong here. I feel like no matter what has happened between you, there's always this deep, underlying, beautiful, gentle love. Like it's a gentle kind of love here. We see these beautiful big waves coming through, and it can kind of look almost like a turbulence kind of, you know, like almost like a tsunami type wave here, but it's just such a beautiful wave. It shows flow, it shows movement, and she's so happy, right? She's happy, she's calm, and she's just going with it. And I feel like that's what's happening in this relationship, is that you, no matter what is thrown at you both, you just go with it. You trust in the divine. You know that it's going to take some patience, even through the emotional whirlwinds, okay? Because we can see that as could be an emotional whirlwind sometime. That even though there's an emotional whirlwind, you trust in divine timing. You're trusting in things that are happening as they're meant to. Even when this is occurring within you both, it can be an internal storm, emotional storm within. Somehow there's this underlying energy of trust. See this? There's an underlying energy of trusting in heaven. And I feel like that's what your person's doing right now as well, is that they are realizing that there is lots of ups and downs in this. There's a lot of, maybe there's a long distance connection here that you just cannot be together. But they're trusting in heaven, and they know that you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So someone is praying. Someone has a faith here as well, perhaps in God or a higher power or the angels. God is protecting this connection, and Archangel Michael is protecting this connection. So you are safe. The angels are standing by, even through the emotional whirlwind that is affecting both of you. So it could be that, it could even be external circumstances that are affecting this connection. It could be karmic cycles, you know, lessons that they're going through or that you're going through. It could be past, why am I getting that? Could be past life stuff, okay, from the past, where there's still karmic stuff attached to this, and you're both needing to work through those individually, and it is affecting the union coming together. Sometimes we have certain lessons that we have to keep learning, like they keep coming to us. And I feel like, you know, for you and your person, maybe that's happened where there could have been an on and off thing, going into other relationships to learn stuff. And there's a divine timing and patience coming in here. Something has started this off, this emotional whirlwind here as well. It's like it's round 3. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it might resonate with some of you that it's like round 3. It's like the third time this has happened significantly for you. And it's really testing you, okay? It's testing the commitment and the patience of this journey and this relationship here. We do have a lot of fears coming through, okay? I do feel the intensity of this connection is so powerful right now, and it's sexual chemistry. Look at this: sexuality, Mars, physical energy, drive, strength, fighting spirit. You both want to fight for this connection. I feel like they definitely want to fight for you. They have a very strong sexual attraction to you. They really do. They feel that you are their home, okay? And I feel like intimately, like being naked with you is something they really desire. They really just want to feel their skin on your skin. They might be, you might even be an Aries, or they might be, it does definitely show this kind of energy where there is this in and out energy too. So that's only for some of you where there's been an in and out energy of coming in and then something goes wrong, or something's really like so much drama or chaos, and then out again. And it could be sometimes that it's just a physical, even though we know there's a lot of deep love here, sometimes it can just be that physical passion and it gets too much, and then you got to back off again. And for some of you only, this is a karmic situation, like a karmic relationship. Okay, and you might recognize that as well for some of you, that you are in a karmic cycle with somebody who you keep learning these lessons over and over with, and that you just need to, and you need to both accept them, you know, for what they are right now. But there's such a magnetic pull to this person, and a rising of this passion and such lust, you know, for each other. And it takes all your power to stay away sometimes from this person, or to not think about this person. It's really full on. They're in your psyche, they're in your energy. There's so much going on, and it's really scaring your person. I feel like they love this chemistry and everything, but the intensity of the emotions that come with it is like crazy, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like they just feel so much power with you, so much energy, and they want this fresh start with you. So they're trying to manifest some kind of happy success with you right now. But someone's had to come into self-respect. Someone has had to demand respect in this connection. So it could be that you're either going through lessons externally, you know, building yourselves up, because other people have really taken advantage of you. And I do feel like this is on both sides. I feel like people have taken you for granted, taken advantage of you, and vice versa for them. But even in the connection, there might have been a feeling of being taken for granted, not being respected. And that's something that you're really putting your foot down, I feel, with, and they're respecting you now. I look at this as that they're looking at you with respect, like a newfound respect they didn't have before. Because you've both grown on the journey, and you've both you have perhaps said to them what you want. You know, there's been a working hard on oneself. The Virgos are hard workers. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Oh, you could be working with a Virgo. Well, it could be a work situation for some of you. But I do feel that they are faithful to you. So you see humanitarian, analytical, faithful. They are very loyal to you. They're faithful, and they have been analyzing in their mind about what to do about this connection with you, because they don't want to just have this spark, you know, and then it dies down, then sparks again. They want to keep that fire burning with you. They want to come into happy success with you, and they've been calling you in. So, you know, if you're not together, they've been calling you in. And they're constantly doing that through their thoughts, prayers, affirmations, visualizations. Even if they don't intentionally, you know, like a law of attraction type thing, or even praying, even if they're not intentionally doing that, just the desire to have you, just thinking about you and obsessing and drawing you in, is like magnetizing you to them. And that's how powerful and potent that energy is right now. And they really want a life with you. I feel they do want a commitment with you. They want this beautiful, like this strong foundation with you. They want something strong to build upon. They don't want it to just be this spark, as I said before, that can just die down again. They really now want to tell you very boldly and courageously how they feel. They want to overcome their fears in this. And they are trusting heaven that, you know, this, whatever this is in their life, this emotional whirlwind, whether it be with you or externally in their life or even in your life, they're praying for that to, you know, be dealt with and be looked after by heaven, Archangel Michael. And I do feel for some of you that you are at a long distance from one another. And so this is what also is going on with divine timing, is that there's this real yearning to be together physically. It's so important that you're together physically for this person. Yeah. So a lot of things can be very dramatic. Someone is moving as well. I feel like your person could be wanting to move towards you, or you to them, but you still know that there's lessons to still learn, things to still tie up in your lives right now. And it's taken some time, like you've both grown so much on your path, on your journey, independently and together. I'm just seeing what else I can see here that might... Yeah, there's snakes here as well. So snakes can represent, we got a snake in this one right down here, the cobra, and we've also got snakes and skulls and things in this one. So you could be seeing skulls, you could be seeing snakes. Snakes also represent sexuality. It's also transformation, you know, shedding the old skin, bringing, like having the new skin. So it's kind of like your person really wants to release and shed the old. And once it could be shedding the old, you know, karmic cycles when it comes to sexual energy from past karmics as well. Like when I say that, sometimes when, you know, when we have lovers, we can actually take on the energy of that person. It stays within us. It's part of that kind of like auric residual energy. And I feel like your person's trying to cleanse all that from their life. Maybe you are as well. And that they are not just physically getting, you know, saying goodbye to old chapters in that way. And I mean that they could physically be throwing out things that once belonged to someone in their life that they're no longer with, trying to get rid of that energy, you know. It could be something as simple as an ex-partner giving them a book and they think, well, I don't want that energy in my house or in my space. I need to burn it or get rid of it. And so that's the house side of things. But when we're looking at our own selves, our own energy, our aura, everything, our thoughts, sometimes we can hold on to so much from past relationships. And I think that's what your person's doing, is that they really want to purify all of that from their past. They want to get it out of their system, literally, out of their energetic aura, and out of their house, everything. They want you to do this too, because I feel like they really want this fresh start with you. They want a whole clean slate with you. If there was some kind of temptation or infidelity or anything like that, they're well and truly over it. It feels like they've learned a lesson and they just want a happy life with you now. Yeah. And if you're calling them in, they're feeling the pull, okay, towards you. But they do see you're such a blessing in their life, and they just absolutely have so much love for you, so much passion for you. And yeah, they're trying to build the courage to come forward and overcome fears to just jump into this fully with you, because it feels like you guys have had a bit of a history and there's been a lot of lessons and a lot of pain and a lot of growing, and someone having to stand up and, you know, have that self-respect, demand that respect, and they're listening to that. So their message to you is, can you feel me with you? So in line with this sexual, potent, intense chemistry going on here. So they're really feeling your energy. They're wondering, can you feel me with you? Because it's so strong. And if you guys aren't in contact, it's even more so, you know, telepathically connecting, sexually connecting on the astral, even in the 3D, like you'll, even in your waking state, can feel their energy. And a lot of people can do that. You can feel when they're thinking of you, even in a sexual way. But yeah, it's such a powerful relationship, this one. This connection's very strong and powerful. And your person might hold a very powerful type of energy to them. They might be someone who's maybe very spiritually aware. They just seem to be able to they might even be when we look at Archangel Michael, who's the spiritual warrior, they might actually come through with that kind of fighting energy where they will help the underdog. They want to fight for justice. They believe that, you got to be there for those who can't speak up for themselves. I feel like they are the person that will come in. They're very bold in that way. They're very helpful. They're hardworking. And they just want to be the best they can be now for you. So I really hope this has resonated, guys. And it really shows how much love and that your person has for you and what they want with you. They do want a future. They want a fresh start. And I do feel that for some of you, they might want to work with you, like build a business, and get past all that crap that's going on with this emotional whirlwind over here. But I feel like you're both very strong. Like you've gone through hell and back. So I think that you can both face any issues that are coming at you and stand strong in the face of that. I really do, because the angels are by your side, okay? So I look forward to connecting with you guys next time. Love and blessings. Hi, Group 3. Welcome. You chose the clear quartz crystal, and you've got pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. We've got Emmanuel Swedenborg, spirituality. We've got Bridget, inner strength. And we've got professional assistance. We've got Capricorn, practical, disciplined, responsible. We've got longing, pining, aching, past love. And we've also got lust, intensity, sexual energy, non-committal. And we've got Leo. This energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. We've got procrastination, joy, gratitude, ruminate, spread your wings, third eye chakra, and obstacles and challenges, and Wheel of Fortune, destiny, and a special message I'll read out in a moment. Just going to fix these up a bit. Now, if you know what I do with these types of readings, I actually lay them out and spirit guides me to where I need to go for each card, and it will tell a story as to what's going on with your person, what energy are they currently sort of in right now, what's the energy around this relationship, what do they want, etc. Okay, so what have I got for Group 3, please, Spirit? What have I got here? Let me just suss it out. Because the feeling I'm getting with this is that it's stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. So just when you feel like you're moving ahead in this, it stops and it pauses and it procrastinates, and yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. So I feel like this has been, for some of you, a very trying relationship, to the point where you just might have thought, nah, stuff this, I'm just going to step back from this for a bit and just try and work out what we're doing. Because there's a lot of lessons in this. I feel like there's been a lot of obstacles and challenges in your path together. And I feel like for some of you, it feels like you've been trying to get blood out of a stone, with your person. It's kind of like trying to pull teeth, trying to get them to talk is like pulling teeth. Like it's just so hard to get them to express themselves, to really open up fully about what they want, where they're going in this. And they have been quite stubborn. I know Capricorns can be stubborn at times, but maybe your person's thinking more logically, more practically, trying to be responsible and do the right thing rather than take a risk and jump in. Like when people procrastinate, because there is procrastination here, and I feel like, the Capricorn normally just isn't a procrastinator, but they do take a slow approach to things, but it's steady, it's methodical, and it's working, okay? It's working hard, like the goat climbing up the mountain, okay? It's an obstacle, but they're getting over it. They're still moving onwards and upwards through this, so it takes time. But I feel like your person's paused in this. They are procrastinating, not making a decision perhaps, which has really been, a trying time for this connection. And so what's happening with that is when people procrastinate, time kind of stops, okay? And so even though we know time is really a man-made thing and we know divine timing is at hand, because we've got the destiny card here as well with timing, I do feel like your person has been kind of like putting a spanner in the works. They're not really allowing things to flow, to move forward naturally. It could be that they're controlling things through fear, and just not jumping in for a commitment. They're not promising anything. It's kind of like leaving you hanging a little bit. And that's a weird message coming through. It could just be for some of you. It might not be the whole reading that this is coming through with, but I do feel a lot of you, your person has been doing this, but it does show that you can both overcome these. You can actually overcome these when there's this inner strength here as well as trust, okay, and faith. It says move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. So maybe, you've been giving too much power to your person to make the changes, to pull the strings in this, like it's time for you to take back your power and recognize what you can do in this connection. You can't force anything to happen, obviously, but you can move back into wholeness. Don't give all your energy away to your person if they are in a funk right now and not moving forward in this, because I do feel that your person, it does say pay attention to the red flags, the signs cautioning you. And that could be that for some of you, you've been really feeling like in some ways that it's like a toxic pattern where you've been pining and aching for your person, when they're not there, there's this like absolute pining, aching, longing for this person, and they're not giving much back at all, which means that they could go silent, they could hide away, they might be in their pride, too busy into themselves right now, and very proud of their own, life, where they're heading kind of thing, but it's almost like you don't exist in that realm of what they're chasing in their life. So there is this leaving you longing, okay, and that's where that power gets taken away. And maybe you're finding yourself procrastinating over things that you need to be doing, but you're too busy worrying about what they're doing, what their next move is. See, and I think that's in some ways where they want you to be, is hanging there. And I don't mean this to be a negative reading, by the way, because I do see some beautiful cards in here as well. But I do feel like this is a big lesson for some of you, that your person is teaching you that inner strength. They're teaching you to step back and take back your power. And it's not that you have to say goodbye to your person entirely, but you are being guided, to take back your power. Paying attention to how this person might be pulling the strings in this right now. And it's not to say that they don't feel these things with you. I do feel there is this longing for you as well. But I do feel also at the same time, it's on their terms when they want to miss you type thing. So it's kind of like they can bring a lot of joy into your life. They do find you so beautiful. They want to be with you. They want to spread their wings and actually open up fully and just stop with the crap, of holding back, and stop starting and giving so much and then pulling back. Like, they do actually want to get to a point where they can spread their wings and trust fully and open their arms wide open to you, okay? Because they do have this longing for you also. They do actually miss you, which might sound strange if they're the ones kind of sitting up on their throne type thing, doing what they want in their life, chasing their dreams, but they're starting to realize that there's a spiritual lesson in things. I feel like they are pulling back, not only because of that other stuff I said before, but I do feel like, maybe even unbeknownst to them, that they're starting to go through some kind of spiritual awakening, some kind of spiritual breakthrough right now. We got the 24, 2 and the 4 is the 6, which is the Lover's card. So I feel like they're starting to learn about selfless love, okay? It's not about self-love. It's which I know sounds strange because we always talk about self-love, but I mean it in the way of like pride, loving oneself, being kind of like, so into themselves type thing. I think this is more about selfless love, looking at themselves as someone who is here for a purpose, here for a reason. We've got the blue around him, which is a healing color, but it's also communication. And I feel like your person also with the blue light here of the third eye is coming into this. They're starting to see things in a different light. And that's also why they're pulling back, because they're realizing, well, something doesn't feel right. I've got to sit back and analyze what's going on here in my life. I've got to ruminate on this for a bit as to what changes are happening. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling scared? Why am I pushing you away? You know, that kind of thing. So they're starting to realize a pattern. And why they do things, and it's starting to come to them, starting to dawn on them now. This information, this insight is being downloaded to them. Okay, so in times where they might be pulling back from you, allow them to do that. Don't chase. Pull back your energy, okay? Pull back your energy. You can still long for them and love them and send them light, and you might even message them if you are in contact, but don't chase too much, because I feel like in some ways your person has loved the chase. They've loved that you've chased them. It kind of boosts their ego, but at the same time, they are pulling back because they're starting to realize and wake up to things that is their pattern, okay? And this could be because of how they are. Maybe they've also been that way with other people in their life, and they're starting to have things come back at them in different ways. Maybe they're feeling unfulfilled. They don't just want this lust, you know, intensity, sexual energy, non-committal energy. They're sick and tired of the back and forth crap. They really do feel, you know, at one point it could have been in the too hard basket to overcome obstacles and work hard on something. But I do feel like, you know, since meeting you, and this is what the catalyst has been, I think, too, is that the more they pull away from you, and the more they actually are longing for you as well. So they have their own fears in this as well, but they have been ruminating on all of this. They're starting to see now. See, they're starting to open up and see things, to get that insight into why things are the way they are, why they do the things they do. And they could be seeking out professional assistance, okay, through counseling or through other people, or maybe researching online or in books. I'm getting philosophical stuff here for your person as well. So they could be reading up on things spiritually even, looking up mentors, that kind of thing. Your person's starting to receive insight that they weren't aware of before, and it might be freaking them out a little bit, that they're starting to really open up, awaken, and realize that, wow, you know, there's more to life than just me and what I've been doing and what I think. You know, my whole perspective is changing now, and yeah, this is a perspective right here with the third eye. So they're definitely changing their perception on something, and they're learning to have gratitude for the things that have come into their life. They're grateful for you. Might not seem that way sometimes, but I do feel like they are very grateful for you being in their life when no one was there for them. So as I notice and appreciate my blessings, I open the door to more of God's gifts. So they're starting to realize that when they're not in like a selfish type of energy, and when they're open to, you know, life and giving and open to that more will come in for them as well, and that they're rewarded in good ways, you know, in the good way. Someone's name might be Emmanuel. That could be something significant here. But I definitely feel that they are grateful for the lessons here as well. They are grateful for you even being in their life and putting up with a lot of what they've been doing, you know, and it's just because they've been lost. I don't feel like they really intentionally, narcissistically or nastily try and hurt you or bring you down. I just think they're so lost. They've been chasing things that they've been, you know, hiding in, really, trying to run away from things, chasing other things to kind of like run away from other things. And at the end of the day, it comes back to you, okay? Because they actually know that you're meant to be together. You are their destiny, and they also know that everything in life happens for a reason. And some of them might work in a library or a bookstore, you know, it could be something significant there. But I definitely feel like they're starting to, especially if they weren't a reader before, they might really be starting to listen to podcasts or audiobooks or something about self-development. I really get that. Self-development stuff here that's really starting to open their eyes to things. Maybe you've said things to them that have made them really question things about themselves. Because they don't want to live in this life of procrastination. They really don't want to be doing that. They want to succeed. They want to have this life where they can be proud of themselves, you know, and know that they're not giving up too soon. But they are in deep thought right now, and that's why I think if they're backing off, they're just processing. That's what's happening right now, is that they need to back off because they're processing this relationship, how they are. They're trying to find themselves, really. They're in that hermit mode, trying to find who they are, what they stand for, what their values are, what do they want with you? Are they going to keep, stringing this along, or are they actually going to turn things around and jump in? Because that's what they want. They actually want to. So you've got to spread your wings. They want to open their arms right open to this, wide open to this, to embrace you, to embrace the new life they can have with you. Because the Two of Wands is all about making plans to move forward, to take that first step, on the journey. And they haven't been they've been doing a good dance with you for some time now. So pay attention to that, to the pattern. Maybe take back your power and allow your person to do what they need to do, because I feel like it won't be that long before they can, call you and actually have a heart-to-heart with you, because I see a depth with your person. I really do feel the more that they process and learn and awaken, the more they're going to want to actually come and explain things to you. I feel like if you're calm with them, they will want to talk to you calmly about, what's been happening for them. And it's almost like they've had to bring everything back to them all the time. So when you've possibly been together, or, you might not have felt that they were really that invested or interested in what you were doing or what you're about, and it did come across as perhaps that they were really into themselves, not really caring. But I think it was probably even a subconscious thing within themselves where they were being pulled back into themselves. Their own spirit and their higher self is pulling them back away from everyone so that they can go within and look at something from a different angle. And that is the Hanged Man, really, in the tarot as well. The Hanged Man shows that your person's in that pausing stage. They have to ruminate, they have to process right now to actually really analyze and figure it out for themselves, where they've gone wrong, what patterns they're doing that they wouldn't be really they'd be quite ashamed of. They wouldn't really be proud of that. So they're moving out from the pride into more of a aware energy. And I think that's really good. Now, what do they want to say to you is, you are always in my thoughts. So there you go. So even if you feel like, are they even thinking about me? You are always on their mind. You are always in their thoughts, okay? Is there anything else? I'm getting the number 23 for some reason. I'm not sure if that's got anything significant to do with you guys. Could be the 23rd of a month. Got the 10 here too, which is the ending and beginning, the end of a cycle. Number 7 is the soul searching, see? So that's what they're doing, is soul searching through the professional assistants right now, and learning to love themselves too, learning to love what they see in themselves, because even though they might not really like who they see, they're starting to accept who they are as part of their journey and learning here. Okay, so yeah, I'm hoping that's helped you guys and given you some insight as to what's going on with your person. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings. Hi, group 4. This is the Smokey Quartz crystal that you chose. And we've got Wedding. Whoa, what a great card to come up first of all, if that's what you want. This situation involves marriage. We've got Saint Sebastian, Resilience. We've got Radha, Soul Flame. We've got Ascended Masters. We've got Wait and Observe. Confessions, Unexpected Message, Unveiling, Justification. The 6th house, the work, health and duty area of your life. We've got Healing. Birth, Rebirth. Action. And Tenderness. And we've got Compassion. And we've got Giving and Receiving. Truth, which is the Judgment card. And we've got Ace of Roses, Special Beginnings, Ace of Cups. And we've got 2 special messages for you today that I will read soon. I'm just going to straighten these up a little bit just so I can get my bearings on what I want to choose first, or what Spirit is guiding me to anyway, because this is how I do this in case you're new to my channel. What I do in these particular readings when I lay the cards out is allow Spirit to guide me to where I'm meant to go to first. So we are looking at what is going on, energy check-in with your person, this connection. What do they want with you? What's their intention for this kind of thing? And, okay, Spirit, where am I meant to go first, please? Where are you directing me? There's such a beautiful energy in this reading. I'm not joking. This reading is just beautiful. I just want to check something. Yeah, I do have the flash on. It just looks darker than usual. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Excuse me. It's going to have a water. There's some really gorgeous cards here. I feel, for some of you, this is a twin flame connection. I really feel that so strongly, that this could be, for a lot of you, a twin flame connection. There's been a lot of healing that your person's been undergoing right now. And it could be you as well. So there's just, I feel like a lot of healing that's going on behind the scenes. And the 21 is the world in the tarot. So it talks about completion. It talks about success. It's a cycle coming to an end. And so what I see here is that there is a cycle of healing that is about to close. Which is good, because it means that something will be healed once and for all. I really do feel that a lesson has been learned. There is a birth-rebirth process here. So with the birth-rebirth, it also represents the Judgment card here, which is also birth, rebirth, renewal. There is a truth in this healing that's coming through for your person. I feel like through this healing, they have been able to attain many truths. They've been able to look at their past actions, and leave things behind. They've been able to shed tears over the pain they've caused others and yourself. It's tears in this connection as well. But I do feel for some of you, your person really has had to leave a whole lifetime of things, behind them now. It's almost like a real chapter has closed for them, and they really want to embrace this with you. They're ready to jump into this with you. I see that they want to, come into this like a fresh slate. They want this to be reborn. With you. For some of you who have already had a history together, they definitely want this to be renewed. For some of you who haven't really been together, they definitely want to come through with the whole fresh energy with this, into this relationship with you. They don't want to bring in the past stuff here. They've already faced and confronted a lot of their shadows. And, Judgment Day really does stand for that, like feeling that they have to maybe be judged by other people, whether it be for their past actions, whether it be their peers or their friends or past relationships or their parents or anybody, even you perhaps, that has looked down upon them and realized, that yes, they're still learning, but they've done some bad things. That's only a specific message for some of you. But for the majority of you, I really do feel like your person's had it hard, and they are undergoing massive changes right now. And they are finding the universe is giving them some, really big truths right now about themselves, what they're meant to be here for, what their next step is in this connection with you. They've been working very hard on themselves, on their material world, but not just material. I think it's really very much their internal work. They've really been doing it. They've done the hard yards in this. So that's why I think they're at the point of birth, rebirth, because with birth, they say there is a cycle of birth, death, rebirth. So it's being born again. It's kind of feels like that with your person, that they have undergone a deep cleansing. The Ascended Masters have come in around them and around this connection, because they do know, the Ascended Masters, and even your person might be aware, that this is a very, very special connection. This is a soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. So your person has had to undergo maybe a dark night of the soul, have had to go away and find themselves. They've had to become very resilient on their path. They've had all sorts of things thrown at them. A lot of pain from karmic cycles, karmic past. It could be past karmic relationship or relationships that have caused a lot of damage to your person. It could be family karmic cycles that they've had to undergo a lot of pain with, because we do choose as a soul contract upon before or upon reincarnating here on earth, we do choose to be in a certain soul tribe. So it's like a karmic tribe. We do decide to come in and learn certain lessons, and to learn those certain lessons we need to meet certain people or be a part of this journey, and it's a circle of people, and it can be repeated lessons through different ones that come in to teach us the same lesson. And your person has been learning lesson after lesson after lesson, and now it's time for judgment to say, right, what have you learned? What have you learned? When it comes to love, when it comes to giving of yourself, when it comes to opening up and standing up for yourself, when it comes to, and someone's name could be Sebastian, but when it comes to what you're going to stand up for, how much are you going to take? Because that's what it looks like here, is that this person's got arrows being shot at him, and how much more can he take? So it does feel like your person has undergone some harsh lessons in the past where they have put up with so much out of stubbornness even, and yes, through the karmic lessons as well. And 16 is the Tower card, I think, in the tarot. So it's kind of like, how long will he or she put up with this before they crumble, okay? Before that Tower moment comes crashing down and they start to awaken and rise from the ashes, basically. So the Ascended Masters have come in, they're surrounding your person. They know that there's deep healing your person's needed. Your person is like arising, like they're rising up now. And there's the infinity symbol, we've got the lotus, we've got the peace dove, we've got the all-seeing eye. And I do feel like Spirit is really looking after this connection, not just your person, but this connection, because you are both soul flames, like you are twin flames here. If you resonate with that, you just could resonate with it as being a very special soul connection. But I do feel like Spirit is protecting this connection, has been protecting your person on their path of healing, everything that's been thrown at them. It's a big lesson for them, and they've been silly. You might look at it and think, oh my God, they're so silly. They keep going back to this. But at the same time, they needed to for their own learning, in this. They've had to learn what it's like to give and receive, okay? Because in the past, they might have just really taken on so much stuff and really closed up and didn't want to open up and give. And so what they're learning now is to open up and give, and they want to. They want to give and receive with you. They want to take action towards you. They're sick of waiting and observing. They've been doing that for too long now, sitting back, watching, waiting, and they could be at the moment waiting and observing things right now, what's going on, because I do feel like they want to come forward and say something to you. There is an unexpected message coming through from your person. You might not see it coming, something that they're going to say to you. For those who are not in contact, your person might really surprise you and shock you with something that they come through with and tell you that they do want a special beginning with you. They want to maybe take you out somewhere. It could be like taking this action. It says, today I take action related to the priorities that I have previously put off. Because your person's been sitting back for a while, watching and not doing much with this connection, perhaps, or really telling you or showing you or expressing to you the things they do want to give to you, the life they do want to share with you. So sixes could be important for you. I'm just seeing the 1 and the 6. What do we got here? Yeah, I'm just looking at different things. So you could actually see lotus, doves, infinity symbol, the all-seeing eye. You could be seeing things like that on your path. A fox. You could see foxes in your physical environment, or, on social media. Things like that can be symbols and signs about, where this relationship's going. And also it could be Virgo also that you're dealing with. But we do see that your person wants to come forward, even with a small text. You might even just get a small text, something saying, hey, thinking about you. Would you like to come to this or that? It's kind of like maybe an invitation, but it's opening that door. And I think it's opening the door to healing with you as well, because I feel like they want to make wrongs right here if there has been something between you that has been quite hurtful. or if they have been distant with you, I feel like they're coming through with compassion, but I think they also want you to have compassion for them and the journey they've been on. They really need your tenderness right now. And it says, I am both gentle and powerful. And that's the energy they're coming through with as well. They're learning to not only be resilient and strong and powerful, but to be vulnerable as well, because that's where the true strength lies, is in vulnerability and is in gentleness. So I feel like they're starting to really learn that, you know, by tapping into their emotions and wanting to express that and open up is quite a strong thing to do, because it takes a lot of courage. But that's why they'll think also they want your compassion, is because they you know, they recognize how hard it is for them to do this, and they hope that you can recognize that as well. Because this situation involves marriage. They want this with you. At the end of the day, they want this commitment with you. Whether it be a literal marriage or a spiritual marriage, union, whatever it is, I see this just as union. You know, it could be an absolute wedding for some of you. But I feel like they definitely want to merge souls with you. They want to be with you. They want to have a life with you. They want to grow old with you. That kind of thing's going on here. So they say to you, when you hear our song, know that I am with you. So when you hear their song, you know, or your song, it could be musicians, or there could be a special song, might be a wedding song, you know, that you might have thought you'd love to play at your wedding or something like that. When you hear that song, or any song that you share, know that they're thinking of you, that they're with you in spirit. And that's for those of you who miss your person, who aren't able to be with your person right now. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, this is either a no contact situation, or there's just no talk about anything that's, you know, romantic, or talking about the future building, that kind of thing. And they have just been sitting back trying to gain their strength and courage and coming forward with this, I feel. And obviously healing on their path as well. But there's a truth that has come to them, and they realize that this is it. They need to jump in and take action now to be with you. And the other message that came up with, it's not your fault. So if they might have closed off to you and made you feel that you did something wrong, they're letting you know it's not your fault. I was undergoing a lot of stuff that I couldn't deal with. I was trying to be strong in, and they love you. They want you to know this, okay? And I hope that's helped you and that it's resonated, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings. Hello, Group 5. You chose the Rose Quartz crystal. We're going to see what's going on with your person. It says trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So we're looking at your person's current energy, the relationship energy, you know, checking in what's going on and what they might want with you, what their intention is for you. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And we've got Confucius, wisdom. And we've also got Socrates, divine connection. And we've got Odin, psychic insight. We've got optimism. We've got face your fears. Stay focused. Aries, bold, motivated, and impulsive. And we've got loss, grief, sorrow, pain. We've got the third house, your potential to learn something in your local neighborhood. And we've got rejection. And we've got the, what's this say? The earth fairy. So physical health, grounding, foundations. We've got enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I follow. We've got strength. Change your focus. Reach out. Intuition. Deception and envy. The moon, secrets and illusions, and we've got a special message at the end that I will read at the end. Now I'm just going to, you got a few more cards than the other ones, okay, so I'm just going to straighten them out a little bit, just bear with me, because I also read these in a different way to my normal format. For some of you who are new to the channel, what I do is I actually allow Spirit to guide me to the cards I need to go to tell the story, okay? All right, so let's have a look then, please, Spirit. There's cards down here you can't see, obviously, right now. But what are we doing? Okay, what is your person doing? And what is the energy around this, please, Spirit? What do I need to look at first? Okay. What's the energy I'm getting with this one? There's a lot of regrets here, okay? A lot of regrets about not coming forward with truth, not not being courageous enough to face things. I feel like for some of you, your person, you wanted to talk about something and they didn't, and they closed down. And it's because they didn't have the wisdom at that time, I feel, or the psychic insight, as I can see certain words standing out to me here, to face this, okay? They didn't have the courage to face it. Something that they might have done, and I get like this deception and envy. So it could have been, it could have been a betrayal for some of you. Or it might have just been something very minor, but was still some kind of hiding away, keeping secrets, secrets and delusions here, confusion, something hidden behind the scenes where they just weren't being upfront with you. You might have felt like they were just avoiding the situation or this relationship and just not wanting to talk about things. It was very evasive. You might have felt a huge rejection. And I feel like your person's saying that they're really sorry, like they have so much sorrow over this, because this is a 5 of Cups, which represents that loss, that grief, the sorrow, which is this card right here as well. They feel like maybe you rejected them as well because of this. I do feel like there's perhaps a rejection on both sides, of pushing away. And I do feel like at the time your person pushed you away because they were afraid of what you'd see behind the mask here. And what that is someone who was perhaps not as strong as what they were making themselves out to be, someone who really just didn't want to face certain things, and that if you were to force them to face them, that they would crumble, and they just weren't able to face those fears. See, this is the fears right here. They had to face fears, and this is the thing, like they're trying to learn now, is to still face those fears, because it's a huge thing for your person. They don't like confrontation. They might be more of an introvert. They might do things a little bit in a shady kind of way that you would see as not being very assertive. They might skip around issues, or, skirt around issues, skip over things, not reveal a lot, not tell everything. And if you ask them questions, they might be evasive. Things like that might have been happening. And so they might have felt like a really strong rejection here, because they might have been living kind of like a double life in some ways. And I don't mean that to say in a very bad way. For some of you, it could have been that they were living a double life, kind of like telling you one thing and then telling other people a different thing, and kind of being two people. That could have been for some of you. I do feel that for some of you, your person just kind of held you at arm's length, maybe didn't invite you to their family or friends or things like that, maybe weren't very open or opening their whole life to you, okay? And that was because they were afraid. And now they're trying to change their focus. They're trying to stay focused. So you've got stay focused. They're changing their focus right now. This is what's happening. Through the loss and the grief and the sorrow that you've both undergone here, they're trying to face their fears and stay focused on what's important. And that is to grow strong within, to face the fears. The importance is this connection, is the divine connection that they know that's here. So that's what they're staying focused on. Is because in the time of separation and rejection, there is a feeling of loss and pain and a void. And what that void is you. So, that's what they're realizing, that they've had to become strong to face even the fact that this is a divine connection. They've been running away from it all. They've been wearing that mask. They've been envious of other people who have got their, life together and are able to come forward and be assertive and reveal themselves, because they've never felt able to do that. So they've really had to ground their energy. They've had to get real now. Maybe in some way you really shook them up and really made them wake up, and they've now had to just really focus on themselves, have a strong foundation, stop running. Because if you're running, you don't have any strong ground to be standing on. You're just running over ground. And so I feel like your person's had no choice but to stop running, ground their energy, become, courageous, bold, impulsive even. Take action. Aries is all about action. So what's happened though in this stage of staying focused, of having to stop and focus on something that's important, which is the connection. Because what happens when you're not chasing someone? They're going to stop running. So if you're chasing your person, they're going to continuously run away and reject you and close off and, close themselves off and push you away. And I think that's the kind of dynamic I'm getting with this reading. But once you stop chasing and you were feeling perhaps, well, I don't need you, I'm going to reject you type thing, maybe not consciously in your mind saying that, but that's how it's kind of played out. They've realized that there's a lot of loss, grief, and sorrow around this. And now they realize, well, hang on, I'm missing you. You're my divine connection. I need you. And they're grounding their energy now, looking after themselves, starting to move into this more bold energy. And that's because they've come into wisdom. When you go through a loss and when you are stripped of that mask, you do gain wisdom here. And the 21 is the world in the tarot, which is that completion of a cycle. So it does look like your person has undergone all of this. Maybe it's not something they're still stuck in, but they have had to learn some harsh lessons along the way. This behavior doesn't work. And really, at the end of the day, they're only running away from themselves. So it could be that they're running away from you, but really, at the end of the day, they're running from themselves. And you can only run so far away from yourself, before you've got to get real with yourself. So I feel like that's happening for your person. The wisdom's coming through. They're starting to feel this bold energy coming through that they need to take action. There's this real strong intuition, like this pull, this psychic telepathy between the two of you where they feel that they need to be with you. They need to communicate with you, see? This is the third house, which is all about learning. It's about your communication. It's your local neighborhood, things like that. But it can be Gemini, which is all about communication. It could be texting, it's technology, things like that. So it feels to me that even telepathically, they are connecting with you. They're feeling your energy. They're starting to look at things in a different light. Psychic insight. Odin is coming through. So your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. And that's what's happening now, is that your person stopped and regained their energy. They've stopped running away. They're now grounded. They're focused on you. They're missing you. Excuse me. They're finding that they're starting to open up to another perspective now. They're starting to see things differently now. And I think that's why there is this, where is it? What is it saying here? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like if you rejected them, even it doesn't have to necessarily be something you meant to do or that they even meant to do. Just the feeling is it ends up with rejection. So whether they said something to you or didn't say something, whether they might have ghosted you, because this kind of energy reminds me of someone ghosting you. Maybe just sneaking away, being sneaky, hiding away in the shadows, just avoiding. And, if someone's doing that to you and you're chasing and you're not getting any info, it's really painful. And so you're not getting anything. So what are you going to do? You're going to perhaps back off and block them, or, it's kind of like a rejection type thing back and forth. So I feel like your person has really felt what it's like to be rejected. And that's where this loss has come through, this awakening, this insight has come through, and wisdom, that they know that this is a divine connection. They feel bad for treating you that way. They have also felt the pain from perhaps your response or reaction from this. And now want to reach out. So they might text you, you might even be in the same local neighborhood as each other, and they might want to meet up with you, something like that. But I do feel definitely there's a strong psychic connection between the two of you where you're visualizing each other, you're seeing each other, you might be dreaming of each other. And I do feel they definitely want to reach out to you. So they're visualizing this, they're imagining this in their mind of coming back to you, because there is a reconciliation, it looks like here, that your person wants to come back to you. They want to return to you. Someone from your past is returning to your life. They have enthusiasm. When they think about this, they get enthusiastic about it because they feel like their heart chakra really comes to life, and it's scary for them because they haven't allowed it to happen. Maybe they did allow it to happen to a certain degree with you, but then they shut it down, because I do feel like your person was really running. There was a lot of fears with your person, and it still is there, but I do feel very much they've grounded a lot of their energy now, and they want to come through with truth. They want to come through with trust. See, we've got trust here. They want you to know that they are trustworthy. And they're trying to trust in the flow of things as well. They're trying to remain optimistic here, okay, about the future. And I think they want you to as well, to trust and have faith and see the light in everything, not the bad. Like, see the good, not the bad. See the good in them, because they do have a lot of good qualities. And I do feel, excuse me, that they got really close to you. I have to have a water. It's funny because it's only happened in this reading. With that whole coughing thing, I wonder if your person finds it hard to communicate their deep feelings, and they might start to cough nervously or something like that if they're starting to express love or getting into the deep and meaningful. So it could be very hard in some ways for your person to talk and express it. They might find it better to write things down. They might find that they can communicate better through text rather than face to face with you. So that could be something that you find with your person, is that all this behavior of running and avoiding is just because they're afraid of confronting something and expressing something and revealing their true feelings. But I feel like they're going to get better in time. I really do feel that. Some of you might want to have a family. There's a little child here. So there could be children together, or they want a child or a family with you. You see all the beautiful fruit here. So it could be that some of you live near a fruit farm. It could be something along those lines there. It just talks about abundance here in this connection as well. And they are trying to consciously be optimistic about the future and to trust in their feelings, because they really do know this is a divine connection. They really do miss having you close by their side. They really know that you're their person. They've really started to open up to that insight right there. They might be on, spiritually researching things as well. With that third house energy here, learning things, trying to learn more about spiritual connections, maybe soulmates, twin flames. They're really starting to look into something along those lines. There could be an earth sign here as well, with the third house. Well, the third house could be Gemini, could be an earth sign. We've got the number 35 for Socrates, so it's number 8, which is the infinity symbol. And so their divine connection, they know that this is a very out of this world connection that they can't describe. And I think that's why it's so scary for them, because they just can't pinpoint what it is. Because I think your person might be very analytical and maybe factual in some ways, thinks head over heart, needs to have an answer for things. And if they can't have an answer for something, they back off and think, what the hell? So tigers could be something that you see on your path or on social media as a sign that things are coming together with this. So that it looks like there's reconciliation. Face your fears. This could be a panther, or what is it? A panther or some other name I'm trying to think of. Can't think of the name. What am I trying to think of? A lynx, I think. I can't remember. Let me know what that is. Crow. Crows could be in your path also to let you know that, there's things that are being said goodbye to now. From the past, and you're moving on into the future now, looking into things in a different light right now. Around the full moon, I think your person's really feeling this loss with you as well. And their special message is, I wish you were here. Yeah, they really do. They really pine for you. They're feeling the lack of you in their life. And I'm hearing that song from 3 Doors Down, I'm Here Without You, Baby. Here without you, baby. Was it? I can't remember all the lyrics. Here without you, you're with me in my dreams, or something he says. I can't remember all that, the lyrics for that now, damn it, but I really like that song. And tonight it's only you and me, or something. So they're really feeling this loss of you not being with them. And I think that's why also they're so focused on getting better and moving through this with trust, because they really do know you're meant to be together. They really do feel that pull towards you. They know they need to just bite the bullet and face their fears. And it doesn't mean that they will necessarily change from being maybe an empath or an introverted type of person who might be a little bit more passive or closed off with things, but I feel like it really comes down to trust, what they feel they can trust. you with. And some might be a Scorpio for some reason that's coming through. Scorpios really don't open up. They're very private unless they really trust you. And that's just the kind of energy I get with your person, is that they are pretty reserved and what might come across as very secretive is just them trying to protect themselves as well. So it could be sometimes seen as a secret, but it might be just an illusion. That might be just an illusion that they're hiding things deliberately. It just could be that they're just so afraid they don't want to reveal too much too soon. Okay, guys? So I hope that's resonated. They wish that you were with them. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.